Hi everyone, and welcome to the Nikolay's Book Club. I know it has been a while since our last episode, but we are back and ready to enjoy reading books together again, getting wonderful emotions, and sharing moments together even more strongly than ever. Today, I have a very special book to talk about with you. It's called The China Lover by Ian Buruma. Here it is, in my hands. A friend of mine recommended it to me some time ago for the reason that I come from the place near Manchuria, the region in the far east of Russia. Manchuria is now a part of China, and I was born on the Russian side of the Amur River. It is a beautiful and a tough, very tough place on earth. It gets extremely hot in the summer, but the summer is short, and the winter is long and harsh. Now the place where the city of Harbin is belongs to China, but that is quite recent. It used to belong to Russia. And even less than 100 years ago, in 1930s and 40s, there used to exist even a Russian opera house in Harbin. Russian meaning all the opera repertoire was Russian. There were Russian singers, Russian bassists, Russian sopranos. So the demand was very big. This book tells us about an exciting life. It's an exciting life story of a fascinating woman who was known under different names throughout her life. Sometimes she's called a woman of 1,000 names. Yoshiko Yamaguchi, Shirley Yamaguchi, Kohran, Lisa, many. This book is divided into 3 parts. Each one of them is dedicated to a different part of her life. The first part is set in Manchuria. That is a Japanese name used in history. It's a puppet state that the Japanese authorities created in China during the Second World War. As you probably know, in the late 30s and 40s, the Japanese conquered a huge section of China, also Indonesia, Korea, and many other Asian nations. Among the conquered lands, there was Manchuria, the region just next to my birthplace, with the capital in Harbin. At that time, everything Chinese was in fashion in Japan, and the official propaganda of the Imperial Japan decided that one of the best ways to integrate the warring Asian nations, to put them together and to cool the tensions, was through film. So they set up film studios and were producing movies about brotherly or sisterly love of the Asians. And this is where an actress by the name of Kohran comes into the picture. She was born to Japanese parents, but she was born in Manchuria, so she spoke perfect Japanese and perfect Chinese. She was a star of so many of these movies made by the Japanese propaganda. They incorporated her skills and abilities to the best of their possibilities. And her voice, that was something special. Of course, after I read this book, I started listening. I couldn't stop. Couldn't help myself but stop. So this is the song. Just listen to this. So that was one of the greatest hits of that time. Her voice, so sweet, so soft, so absorbing. It's like honey, and such an unusual timbre. It opens a magical world of dreams, of mirage, of illusion. Something you can almost touch, and maybe you think for some time it is real, but it is only an illusion, of course. As the war came to an end, the Russian army defeated the Japanese army of 1 million people in Manchuria and took it over. When the Japanese were retreating, they were leaving many things behind. Many people's lives were ruined. It of course affected our heroine as well. She was captured by the Chinese militia as a traitor because everyone was absolutely sure that she was Chinese. She spoke like a Chinese, she moved like a Chinese. So she was thrown into a prison and sentenced to death. I would love to talk more about it with you, but I simply don't want to ruin your read. So you'll have to find out what happens next by yourself. There are so many interesting turns in her life, and the author of this book does a really good job, I thought, telling the story and keeping us captivated and excited to read it. So if you guys get a chance to read this book, please let me know. I'm always happy to hear from you and talk to you. I hope you enjoyed this episode of our book club, and I will see you in the next one. And until then, stay erudite, stay literate, read books, listen to music, enjoy the arts. See you in the next one.